Bluebird Backcountry is the first new ski area to open in Colorado since Silverton in 2002. But Bluebird is unique. It doesn't have any chairlifts or permanent facilities. The whole resort is completely human-powered. Following skin tracks by ski touring or splitboarding is the only way to the top. Several years in the making, the aim of Bluebird Backcountry is to bridge the gap between a traditional ski resort and the backcountry. Offering facilities, equipment, knowledgeable staff, backcountry safety, and experienced ski patrol, Bluebird hit its goal. In the process, it's reviving traditional ski culture and growing the sport of splitboarding. I'm Jeff with Snowboard Traveler, checking out Bluebird Backcountry on my first ever splitboarding experience. For the 2020 test season, Bluebird Backcountry was open for 14 days at Peak Ranch in Colorado and welcomed over 1,200 visitors. The new resort was halfway between the nearest towns of Steamboat Springs and Kremling and 2.5 hours from Denver International Airport. Next year is expected to be bigger and better than ever. I checked into the base area at 8 a.m. and filled out the necessary paperwork. The base had all the essentials and the staff was very friendly and helpful. One barrier to entry in the backcountry is the upfront investment in a whole new set of equipment. Bluebird Backcountry excels with affordable gear rentals. They had Weston brand splitboards and Black Diamond ski touring setups. Anyone who needs the required Avi gear can rent a backpack with beacon, probe, and shovel. After a mountain tutorial, I packed up my gear, put on the skins, and was ready to hit the track. I logged in with the trail marshal, then in true first-time splitboarding fashion, I tripped and fell right out of the gate. I quickly improved, but it's worth noting that I've been snowboarding for over 22 years and have never been on skis before. So, if I can do it, most other people will be fine as well. The Bluebird Backcountry at Whiteley Peak has 400 acres of avalanche-evaluated inbound terrain and 1,100 additional acres of guided terrain. First up, take the skin track a mile from the base parking area to the Perch warming hut. From there, you have the choice of the Eagle skin track up the Foam Finger to Pride Rock, or the Ptarmigan skin track to the Magic Meadow Aspen Glades. The Perch is a mid-mountain camp with a warming hut, restroom, and beacon practice park. The hut was originally made for and sent to Antarctica, but until it arrived at Bluebird, it was never used. It's a staging area for transitioning, and the best part, eating free bacon made by volunteers all day long. Just like true backcountry touring, expect to spend a majority of your time skidding along the track to the top of the mountain. If you come solo, the environment is very friendly and you can meet new friends to commiserate with on the trail.
This will be easier with 2 poles, not having to carry a selfie stick. Whew. Just a whole lot of switchbacks at this face.
One fun activity along the way is to fill out the Bluebird Backcountry passport.
Get another stamp, or that free beer.
There are checkpoints scattered around the resort with stamps that add up to a free or discounted beer at the end of the day. Some good motivation to keep going. Each track took 30 to 40 minutes skidding from the Perch to the top. I quickly learned to bring band-aids for surprise boot blisters, layering is essential, have sunscreen easy to find, and slow and steady wins the race.
It's warming up so much the track is starting to cave in a little bit. I would go down to t-shirts, but I forgot where my sunscreen is and I can't find it in my backpack.
Finally reaching the top is a true feeling of accomplishment. Earning your turns is real. I made 3 ascents throughout the day and was definitely feeling tired by the end. The view and the ride down are the reward, but first, time to rip skins and transition. The actual riding conditions were really tough when I visited, but that's backcountry for you. All different types of snowpack can pop up, so come prepared for all conditions and easy style it. The Aspen Glades can be challenging with brush and thick sections, but they do open up into enjoyable meadows and ridgelines. For me, the morning was hard pack and extra challenging. I fell several times to the trees getting used to the board and carrying a heavy backpack.
A little bit of a weight on the backpack. Did a little somersault. Sorry Jennifer, I broke another selfie stick. Just happens.
By midday, the snow had softened and I had the best turns of the day. The tracks were well marked and ski patrol was helpful for pointing out the best areas for riding. The sun came out in full force in the afternoon and I started sinking into the soft snow.
You can see my trail falling in about 2 feet.
Which eventually turned into survival mode to make it out.
Didn't keep my tips up and got buried. Let's try this again.
The snow in the trees was much better and I should have avoided the soft areas in the sun. Another reminder to be prepared for anything in the backcountry. After my 3rd run, it was time to head back to the base area.
Oh, that was awesome.
Given the conditions, I had to do 2 short boot packs at the end of the day to catch the trail back to the parking lot.
Took a wrong turn, oops. More hiking it is. Whew.
I finally ended the day back at the base area, still stoked about my first splitboarding experience.
So close, yet so far away.
There was a lot of free mud in the parking lot, but thankfully I had the Subaru and plastic bags to protect my boots. To finish off the day, I headed back to Kremling to the Dean West Bar to cash in my stamps for a free beer.
So I'm back here today at Bluebird. You can tell I've changed my jacket. I have this cool logo here. That's because today I'm volunteering. A lot of the people who work here are volunteers, and they do a phenomenal job getting everyone checked in, board rentals, all the gear that you need, and then, of course, making bacon. So that's what I was doing this morning, making bacon and also sampling it too. So that was fun. And now I get to do a lap on the mountain. And no, I do not get to keep the jacket. I just get to check it out for the day, wear it around, help people, and then return it.
Originally, I volunteered for track maintenance, which consists of filling in holes and improving the track. But given the conditions, there wasn't much to do besides travel on each track looking for issues and enjoy the day.
Whew, finally stopped snowing. There's a couple inches of fresh snow. I'm headed back up to Pride Rock, and I am blazing a trail here. Snow is really soft, all sticky. I'm getting through. About 2:30, so I have a half hour to get up there and rip the skins, so let's do it. Well, thanks for joining me here at Bluebird Backcountry, a regulated backcountry, getting to try out splitboarding for the first time. Definitely look out for it next year. I think I'm hooked. Jeff, a Snowboard Traveler. I'll see you next time at the next mountain.